Hey, Nicholas. Where's everybody joining us today from? Estonia, nice. Costa Rica. What's pura vida? Is that the saying? Paris.
Hey, Rory, the stream is good. My Slack is having problems, so whenever you're ready.
Ah, okay. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I'll just give it a maybe another minute or so. Um, got more people joining. Nice. Okay. Uh, if you're not talking, if you can mute yourself, that'd be greatly appreciated. Is this anybody's first ETH Global Hackathon? Not that old. Okay, nice. Yeah. I figured this might be a few people's first hackathons here at ETH Global. Yeah, well, I think the joins is sort of, oh no, we've got a few more. First timer coming from France. Nice. Okay. Well, hopefully anybody that's in France will be going to ETHCC as well. And then right afterwards you can meet up at ETH Global Brussels. If you're not muted already, I'm going to just go ahead and mute you. That way it's less background noise. I think now we can start. Awesome. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Okay, I think now we can start. Everybody, well, awesome. Welcome. This is the beginner's workshop for StarkHack. So this is one of our specialty themed async events. So if this is your first time joining, welcome. This is, I think might have been, let's see, we had LFGO earlier this year, Circuit Breaker, and then frameworks. And so I guess this is our fourth special themed async online event. So if this isn't your first time, welcome back. Everything's more or less will be the same, minus the central theme around, StarkNet, Starkware. But yeah, the point of this really is just kind of go over the dashboard, Discord, make sure you have everything set up and where you can find some good resources for project ideas and everything. And yeah, I will be keeping an eye on the chat. So if you do have any questions about anything, feel free to type in the chat, or you can take yourself off mute and ask during the presentation as well. We do have to cut it off like around, the in about 50 45 minutes just to get ready for the next workshop, though actually the first StarkHack a partner workshop that we have right after this. So there will be, I'll try to end it a little bit earlier than that, but so just keep that in mind. But yeah, if you do have any questions, feel free to, to ask away. If you haven't already, hopefully everybody that's here has seen this, but this is the dashboard, the hacker dashboard. So, and there is still time to apply to attend. So the official deadline is later this evening, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So if you do have friends or colleagues or anybody that you would like to hack with as well, to maybe join a team with, tell them that there is still time to apply. And likely the application date it'll still be open probably later towards the week as well, but probably after the weekend it'll close. But yeah, feel free to bring on folks. And this is important just because whenever you do, submit your project, if there's somebody that's maybe listed on your team, but they haven't been accepted yet, or they haven't staked their ETH yet to attend, they will be removed from the team. So that'll be, you don't want that to happen towards the end of your project submission, right? So um, anybody that you're working with or that you join team with, just make sure that, they're confirmed that they've staked their ETH and everything. It just makes things a lot easier to deal with. Um, well, cool. Yeah. So I'm going to just quickly go over the dashboard. So that was the kind of overview page. This is a dashboard. Um, and I'll go ahead and start sending some links here in the chat as well. And, I'm currently under like our ETH Global Hacker account, but, what the first thing that you do whenever you do come here is make sure that you connect your Hacker dashboard to Discord. This is just so you are able to access all the different StarkHack special channels as well. So we send a lot of information here. We'll send a lot of pings, links, resources for you all. We do for the partner workshops, this is where we send the notifications and everything. The general chat, people have already been chatting. If you have any questions about anything, or you came across an issue or something, this is the best place to ask us. You don't have to worry about asking us in the general chat or questions channels that we have. Anything StarkHack related, you could just keep focused in the StarkHack chat. That way it makes it easier for us to kind of answer the questions. And also there might be other StarkHack hackers that have similar questions as well. So they might benefit from seeing the questions too. And then of course, the Find a Team channel, like this is a very important channel as well, in case if you're looking for team members or looking for people to join your team. So yeah, this is another reason why it's important to connect your Hacker dashboard to Discord. And I'll kind of go over the other channels here in a little bit, but I just wanted to emphasize the fact that it's really important and beneficial to connect your dashboard to Discord. And something that if you're a previous hacker and you probably are aware of the hacker pack, but now we have this on our homepage, so you are able to get a hacker pack. So this gets you. If I click on this, it'll get you're able to mint a pack for free. So this gives you a testnet faucet. You get discounts for the swag store, the ENS domain, and actually this event's no longer applicable, so I'll make a note to remove that. But yeah, this is really good for folks, for you all, if you need a testnet ETH whenever you're working on your project. So, if you click on this mint pack for free, you have to verify, but then you can see all the testnet tokens that are available for you all, as long as they're not deprecated anymore. So yeah, so I think partners will also offer this testnet ETH, but this is just another good way, I think, to really take advantage of this, and all it gets you closer, involved with the ETH global community as well. And but there's also some other packs that I'll kind of quickly highlight too here in a moment. But yeah, so the next thing really is I want to say is that you are able to create your project now, actually. So this will just be a test, framework layout. You're not submitting anything yet. As you can see, the submissions aren't even enabled yet. But if you were to click this, I recommend doing this just so you get familiar with the UI UX of the actual submission flow. You can always create a test project, give it a little category. We do the emojis because we do something interesting with it at the end of the hackathon. And of course, making sure that you read through all the rules, requirements, conditions that you confirm to this. And then if you click create project, it'll again take you to the UI UX for the submission. So again, we don't open submissions until like the Thursday before that Sunday submission deadline. But we suggest you do this now, just so again, if you're completely new to our hackathons, you get a feel for what the questions are. I wouldn't recommend waiting until the last minute to fill out this information, just because you might be frantic or something might be messing up with your code, and it just derails everything that you've kind of worked on for the past couple of weeks, right? Um, and you are able to edit this up until submissions are due. So even if you do test projects, you can always just go here, and edit it, test project, I don't know, version 2. So this is all editable up until the submissions due on Sunday, the 23rd of June. But yeah, I strongly encourage you all to go through this and just get a better feel for it. And at a certain point, you won't be able to go any further, I think. Like For here, I think yeah, you might. Well, no, yeah, you're able to go through all of this, but yeah, you just want to be able to submit it. So again, I think it's worth going over, and I'll cover a lot of this other stuff here in a moment. But I just wanted to stress again the importance of creating a test project and just yeah, getting yourself familiar with what questions that we ask for submissions. Um, and then going back to the dashboard. The other thing I want to go over is find team members. So we do have this find team members table. You have to opt in for your Discord username to be shared with other hackers. But if you click on this, it'll take you to a table where you are able to filter by interest, skills, dev tools, roles, skills, etc. And you can see hackers that want to join a team, teams that are looking for more members. And then within that, you are able to click on a hacker's Discord profile. Actually, sorry, let me send this link here in the chat too. So if I click over here, click on this, it opens up for me Discord in the browser, but it'll take you directly to their profile. So depending on people's privacy settings, sometimes you might not be able to add, send a DM right away, message right away. You might have to add them send as a friend request first. But at least you do have their information. And then worst case, you could always go to the Find a Team channel and tag them in, whatever it is that you found interesting with their profile, basically. So yeah, I think it's a really good way to kind of just go through that. And so yeah, this isn't exactly it's still tabular. It's not the best thing to really work with for now, but we are coming up with other ways to make it a bit more interactive for you all to find easily find more team members together. And I cover this too just because I do want to stress again the importance of having teams formed beforehand, having ideas beforehand. Just because, once hacking begins this Thursday at noon Eastern time, you want to make sure that you take advantage of all the time that's given to you for hacking. So, some people, of course, they might not have an idea right away. It might still take a few days for them to come up with ideas or even teams. But this really like this whole time this week beforehand, even all of last week, I guess you just want to try and make the most of it. Have your research done, have your ideas fleshed out. That way, when hacking begins, you can just take that to the most of your advantage. Of course, we realize that people have day lives, they have day jobs or other stuff going on in their lives. So you definitely you do have to manage your time very wisely. I think with whenever you're doing particularly an online event, just because it's a much longer period of time, but the expectations are still the same that you need to submit a project that ideally it's up to your quality and standard, and hopefully with the help of our partners and mentors that it'll be you'll be very proud of what you submitted at the end. So yeah, so that's that. If I just go back here. So yeah, that was kind of all the things I wanted to go over here. So yeah, then if you go back to, I guess, a couple of the tabs here, there's a project tab. You'll see their team. If you find team members that you want to work with, you can always send them an invite link to your team or the invite code. And then you'll start seeing people, populate here in this table. And a reminder, you can hack solo. You don't have to have a team, but if you do have a team, it's only a max of 5 team members. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. And yeah, again, to re-emphasize making sure that everybody needs to apply individually. They have to be accepted, staked, and confirmed in order to be added to your team. Yeah, so that's that. And then going to ideas. So if we go to excuse me, the prizes page. This will take you to all the partner prizes that are currently offered for this event. So if you're still unsure of maybe what do you want to work on, maybe you still need help with ideas, or you're just not really sure what you can do. The partner prizes are here to help you provide provide this information and kind of give you some ideas too. These are things that the partners would like to see worked on. And then of course, there's some requirements in order to achieve these prizes for them from them. But yeah, I think this again, it's a good way to really get some ideas if you're just completely unsure what you want to work on. This is what they're here for. And then of course, within each of the partners, you do see that they have resources. Their docs, Cairo. If you don't know Cairo, this definitely be a great event to learn Cairo in. And then or even Rust. Cairo is very similar to Rust, or it's inspired by Rust, I think. So and then some of them actually they do have we do some of them have listed jobs. So after this event, maybe I don't know, maybe you're interested in working for a cartridge, and then it certainly helps if you are interested in working for a cartridge, that it helps if you built a, partner prize for them. Maybe you won a prize, and then, you can all, of course, link that back to your application. So some of these do have job listings as well. But yeah, again, I think this is another good resource for you all to take advantage of if you're unsure of maybe what you want to work on. And then with that, you also are able to, let's see, let's go back. No, it's that one. I do our playlist on YouTube. We have a ton of resources, whether it's partner workshops or the opening closing ceremonies, summits, everything that you could possibly think of that we've ever done for an event is all you can find it all here in our different playlists. So we have the partner workshops for StarkHack. There's a handful of workshops that'll be happening, and then on this Thursday we have a summit again with more speakers and kind of more workshop related information as well. Which the workshops are great to kind of help you get familiar with the SDKs or just the code or the partner's documentation in general. A lot of them will do demos live and during the workshops. So again, all of this information will have live demos. So if you're maybe unsure of how to do something or maybe what to expect for an event like this, again, is a great resource to take a look at. We just finished HackFS. So if you had to click on this, you could actually see the finale. So we just did this a couple of days ago, but um, if you were to go, this kind of gives you an idea for what the finale looks like. And then if you're selected as an ETH Global finalist, this is what you would do. You would present your demo live on ethglobal.tv. So I will send this here. But this again is a good way, I think, to get familiar with what past finalists do accomplish for their demos, for their projects. Again, maybe it inspires you even more, provides you more ideas for what you can work on and build too. But I think if you never attended an event before, if you never watched any of our finales or opening closing ceremonies, I think these are worth looking into just to give you again a better idea for what to expect for the next couple of weeks. And then with that, because this is just for the HackFS, but if we go to our Twitter highlights page, um, so it'd be in our Twitter, and then you just have to, click the highlights tab. But we do all of our past finalists from our events here. So again, this is to inspire you, to let you know what exactly ETH Global finalists, work on, what their projects look like, what their demos look like. If you click on, like, so if we do HackFS, if you click on the thread, it'll open up to each of the different finalists, and then if you click on one of them, let's say, I don't know, Crypto Clash, it'll take you to their showcase page. So at the end of the event, the hackathon, all the projects, everything you worked on, will be live here on our showcase page. So it'll have, if you have a live demo, it'll take you to live demo, the source code, and again, this is when you actually submit your project, fill out all the information. This is where what you'll be filling out, and this is where it's going to live basically. And then yeah, I'll see if you're the winner of any sort of prizes. So and then the main thing, the important thing is what's really unique for our online async events is the demo video. So this is a requirement for all of our online events, and this is a requirement because this is what the judges will look at whenever they're reviewing your project. So whether they're the partner judges, if you apply for specific partner prizes, or if you're wanting to try and achieve the finalist for the StarkHack finalist prizes. Then you'll do the live judging, which I'll go over in a little bit. But this is a really important part of the project submission, probably one of the most important parts. So again, that's kind of why I emphasize looking at the project submissions early on, just creating a test project information, but then starting to making sure that you create a really nice demo video because this is what the judges and everybody will see. So if you click on this, you can see everybody's showcase and demo video, but this again gives you an idea for what people do for their projects and what their demo videos look like. So there's no, I mean, these are good examples, but of course there's no, formula really for what your demo video should look like. It's really up to you and what your project is that you're working on. This I think this was a crypto clash. Yeah, it was a multiplayer boxing game. So, but yeah, I think these are all worth kind of going over and checking out. And then so that was just this was just a Hackett Fest. But if you keep scrolling, you'll see. Oh, this was just a thread, but you would see other previous finalists from other events. But then yeah, if you go back to showcase to the showcase page on our website, because this is where everything lives, you can search by the different events as well. Or if you know of a particular project, then you can also just search by them. Like Clay Club, yeah, they were Istanbul finalists, and I think they're doing actually quite well after the fact. But again, this is unfortunately there isn't a good way to filter other than by site typing project names um or the events in general. You can't search by finalists or anything like that. So it really, if you want to do that, if you want to search by finalists, the easiest way is to just Twitter ETH Global finalists, and then depending on what the event is, yeah, that'll take you to whichever event you're curious about. But again, yeah, I think these are all good to just demo and just give you ideas for what to expect in terms of finalist prizes, just projects in general, and yeah, kind of what would happen during the finale at the end of StarkHack as well. So yeah, that was that. Let me see. Okay, cool. Let me go back to the schedule real quick. So yeah, currently, today is, June 11th. So we got this, we got again, like I mentioned, the first workshop right after this, the deadline. We do have team formation brainstorming sessions. So we have one that's going to be hosted tomorrow, and then another one that will be the following day, right after the summit, or excuse me, the same day of the summit and when hacking begins. And then we do project check-ins and project feedback. So the check-ins are opportunities for you to just quickly fill out a few forms or a form. And then you just kind of we really want to know if you're blocked on anything. So if you're blocked on something, we want to make sure that you get unblocked because we want to make sure that you're getting the help that you need, right? Whether it's from a mentor, from a partner, or from us. So we have those, and feedback sessions are opportunities for you to showcase what you've done so far for your project. So you'll get feedback from mentors that are there, partners that are there. Of course, you're able to get feedback throughout the entire hackathon. It doesn't necessarily just have to be within these 2-hour sessions. The way you do that is messaging the partners in their channels. So again, another reason why it's important to connect your dashboard to Discord. You'll get access to all the partner channels. So it's a quiet right now just because we haven't officially started yet, but the partners will start messaging in here, and you all will start messaging in here as well. So this is the easiest, best way for you to get help from the partners. And if you're not getting help from them, let us know and we will ping them, make sure that, that they view your messages. Some of them might ask you to join their Telegram groups or maybe their official dynamic Discord channels, which is fine as well. Because there might be much more devs from their team there to help you answer questions, and maybe that have access to this channel or to our Discord channel. But they're here to help you get unblocked on anything that you're currently facing, right? So they want to see you succeed. We want to see you succeed. So, the more questions you have, the better, I think. That way you just really understand exactly what it is that you're working on. Um, but yeah, so we'll send more information around this, in the Discord channel as well. So you'll expect to get messages around these things. And then yeah, judges, or excuse me, submissions are due the 23rd. So you might see on the event um, that it goes to 13th through the 26th. Well, the 26th is actually when the finale happens. So just keep that in mind that project submissions are actually due the 23rd. We have to do judging on the 24th and then give the judges time to, calculate who gets what prize and who's going to be finalists and stuff. And then the 26th will be the finale. So you don't exactly have up until the 26th to submit your project. It's at the 23rd. So just something to keep in mind. And everything, if there's a change with the schedule or anything, it'll be reflected here. We'll end up, whenever we send out event invites or messages in Discord, it'll again be updated here. You're this. I'm based in Texas, in Dallas, Texas. So this is the schedule is filtered automatically or set to whatever time zone you're in. So, you might see that 11 a.m. project submissions due on the 23rd. That's for my time zone. Depending on where you are, it'll be update to where you're going to be. So just something to keep in mind. And then the dashboard will have a countdown timer. So whenever we open project submissions, you will see like how much time you have left on your dashboard too. So just don't want you to get confused by the time zones and everything because everybody's all over the world. We have probably 23 or 24 time zones that are covered in this event. So yeah. I kind of covered the mentors, so excuse me, the partners, but the mentors, we've got a few here. We're still onboarding a few more, but these again are independent um, folks who will be helping out as well. And you can find them in the mentorship help channel. So again, like if you have a particular question, you can always message in the mentorship help channel, or you are able to, you have access to the Twitter and to their Discord, to some of their Discords if they have it as well. Um, but yeah, these are independent folks who've done previous hackathons or they work for Starkware or one of the StarkNet, affiliated companies. So again, this is they're another good resource for you to reach out to and leverage. And one thing I forgot to mention, so we do have the event calendar. So the Google event calendar, this will help you also keep track of events that are coming up. So I just sent that in the chat. If you download that, that'll have all the StarkHack events and just upload it to your calendar to make it easier for you to keep track of what's going on with everything, basically. Okay. So the next section I want to go over is the info section. So this kind of has any and every questions answer that you could think of. So, I mean, again, if this is your first hackathon, I'd suggest quickly going through this, taking a look. We try to break down as much detail as possible on what I've been saying for the past, half hour, but also, guides, resources to help you, what the code of conduct is, um, what the project check-ins are, what the feedback sessions are when submissions are due. So again, the check-ins are opportunities and feedback sessions are opportunities for you just to get feedback to make sure that we know how you're doing. We say that's required to do at least one check-in and then one submission in order to get your stake back. And we do this just because we don't want people to have, 2 weeks to do something, but then all of a sudden at the very end, oh, I couldn't submit a project because of a family issue or, something came up. So the check-ins are a way for us to track the progress that you're making as well. Are you actually, working on your project or are you just kind of putting it, at the not really giving it that much attention that it deserves, basically. We want to make sure that people are, building pretty much and that you're really taking advantage of these opportunities that you're allowed to do. Um, And then, yeah, then we have, the judging submission guidelines, finalist judging. We get a lot of questions around this. Finalist judging, what I was mentioning earlier, everybody submits a project. If you want to go for the finalist prizes, these global finalist prizes, you can opt in for that. And that would be live judging. That would happen on the Monday right after submissions. So we'd have about 6 to 8 judging rooms, 2 judges per room, and 2 volunteers. If you're selected, if you pass the round one sort of guidelines, meaning, that you've got your demo quality is good, your video quality is good, your commit history and everything looks great. And, overall project looks, good, then you would make it to round two, which would mean that you would present your project during this live judging. Present meaning a volunteer plays your video, and then you get a couple minutes of Q&A with the judges that they'll ask you, and you can ask them questions as well. And then if you're selected from within this group, then you would be part of like the top 7 or 10 finalists that would present during the finale on that Wednesday, the 26th of June. So kind of what I showed you earlier in this video, if you're selected as one of those those teams. And then if you just do partner judging, then all you do is submit your project, and then that's it. The partner judges will take a look at your demo video, your submission, and then the partner prizes will be announced during the finale too at the end. So you'll get to see, like, this is like Galadriel. Okay, so these are the Galadriel prize winners from HackFS. So that's when the partner prizes will be announced. But yeah, like I said, like it takes place async, nothing further required. But then yeah, if you choose finalists, you'll be required to present live. Yeah, stakes are returned 2 to 3 weeks after the event ends. We do this as long as you submit a project, as long as you do one of the check-ins, and then we have the survey and other things. So again, it covers a lot of information details. The next one, the rules, project submissions, and judging tab. Again, covers more details specifically around this. I mentioned the round one, the quality, what's being looked at. So this is highlighted here. Demo video must be between 2 and 4 minutes. And then yeah, the rules, you can't commit anything to GitHub, to your repo, until hacking officially begins on Thursday. And then once it's done, once submissions are closed on that Sunday, then that's it. No, you shouldn't be adding anything else. You can use open source libraries, boilerplates, templates. What I mentioned about, just now, the top finalists and partner prizes, the different categories you can choose. This goes into much more detail, exactly what all that means. And yeah, and then yeah, in the actual judging, 7 minutes at the judging session. So 4 minutes for the video, for your demo video. You get the demo video should be between 2 and 4 minutes. And then yeah, 3 minutes of Q&A with the judges. And yeah, this is like what the judging criteria is. And yeah, partner judging, yeah, I mean, the partners have their own ways each partner has their own way of, doing judging. So it's not, that's for them to decide, not us. So they might, like I said, they'd like to set up additional calls or meetings. Really it's up to you all to take advantage of the opportunity working with the partners, I think. So, the more questions you ask, the more interested you are, the higher, I think, chance of success with, potentially winning a partner prize, or just getting to know the partners even more. Like, I think that's a really great way to network and get to know the partners and their tech stacks much more. So this is, I think it's a really good opportunity to take advantage of that. And yeah, one of the last things I wanted to say was, because we talk about the partner prizes, and they have those sort of requirements. But as far as like the finalist prizes are concerned, the Youth Global finalists, there is no specific requirement really, as long as it's within like the StarkHack theme. But we don't say that you have to have do this SDK, or you have to use this or that. So if you don't necessarily have to apply for a partner prize, as long as what you're building kind of encompasses the overall StarkHack theme, then that's really the only requirement. So if maybe you see the partner prizes and there's nothing that really catches your eye or interest, that's totally fine. You're still able to build a project, and people's previous finalists that have done this, or previous teams that have done this, gone this route have been finalists. So it's totally within the realm of possibility that you don't necessarily fit the bill for a particular partner prize, but you do become a finalist, if that's something that you are going for. And that leads me to another point. So, just because we have the partner prizes and the finalists doesn't necessarily mean that you have to aim for these. I think as long as you're here, some people they want to learn and grow. So I think this is a good sandbox for you all to kind of test out your understanding of this of StarkNet, of Starkware, of any of the partner prizes or any of the partners, or just coding or hackathons in general. So I think as long as you're here, that's a good thing. That's what success I think ultimately means. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. We have hackers here at the multiple ETH Global events and veterans. We have a lot of new folks as well. So there's going to be a lot of different people, a lot of different I guess, levels of experience. So just because we have all this things to offer doesn't mean that it's a bad thing if you don't get it right. It's totally not a bad thing. I think it ultimately is great that you're here, like I said, and that you're trying and that you're growing and that you're challenging yourself pretty much. Because a lot of the stuff can be hard, especially if maybe you don't know Cairo or Rust at all. This could be, a good opportunity and challenge for you. So yeah, just something like definitely don't feel let down if you don't win a prize or if you don't become a finalist. There'll be plenty of other opportunities to do that down the line if you wish to do so. There was a question. Let's see. For the demo video, it says you're not allowed to speed it up. This is like, yeah, so this is a hard requirement just because it sounds because this is what's played during, for the judges, for the project submission reviewers. So it'll be a flat out like just disqualified pretty much, or it wouldn't advance to, any sort of um, winnings basically. But yeah, you can like for if you're waiting for like the wallet transaction to happen, you can edit that out. Like anything that's like downtime that is just wasting, like you're waiting for something to happen, then you can always edit that out and just start, going beginning with the next section, right? So yeah, you can totally remove that. Um, But I think it's also important just to keep in mind, like, 4 minutes, it's okay if it goes over a little 4 minutes. It's not the end of the world. Um, but ideally, I guess when you're making your project and your demo, you kind of want to approach it in the way like, all right, how can it's like an elevator pitch, I guess, to maybe to a VC or somebody. You got 4 minutes. How can I get the most important information to them in the shortest amount of time? But I think it's definitely doable, Tina. So yeah, I think it's yeah, I mean, removing any sort of like wasted downtime like that's the easiest thing. But if you do that, then I think you'll realize that the project is the video can definitely be within under 4 minutes.
This is not,
Uh,
this has to change.
sorry, just need some people. Okay, so let me just check. Like, yeah, I think I kind of covered everything I wanted to do so far. So, I mean, are there any other questions? Um, I guess one thing I forgot, yeah, I mentioned the hacker pack. So, the hacker pack is going to be under here, the developer packs. If anybody's going to be in Brussels, we do have the Brussels pack. And then I guess this isn't officially live yet, but oh yeah, so yeah, you can. Well, that price is not right, but but yeah, you can also get a feel for because we're just barely launching the finalist pack, so you'll be able to see exactly what is involved with those. So if people are curious about what the finalist prizes are, this is exactly what is in the finalist prizes. I am not able to claim the ENS. Oh, good question. So we just launched that actually, I think yesterday, so there might be some bugs. If you send an email to hello@ethglobal.com with a screenshot of what it is, like the error, then yeah, I would just send the screenshot of the error to hello@ethglobal.com and we'll get back to you. But keep in mind, if we just launched it, so there might be a few kinks and bugs, but that's good. We want to find those now instead of later. Um, so yeah, that was the packs. And then the other thing, the guides. We have some partners have written guides for you. Again, just more written documentation. But then I also wrote a guide on, just what you need to know about our hackathons. This goes over, for both in person and async events that we have. But so if you're maybe you're attending Brussels and that'll be your first Youth Global event, I think it's also worth checking, giving this a read just to see what to expect in terms of, food, venue, if there's a place for you to sleep or nap or anything. I think this is also a good guide to kind of yeah, just give you a better feel for what to expect at the event. Um, Yeah, so I think that was everything I wanted to cover. We got about 9 minutes, 10 minutes before we got to jump for the next workshop. But are there any other questions? And if there aren't any, of course, you are able to, reach out to her, to me or excuse me, to the team at hello@youthglobal.com. And, if you do have questions, again, I would say keep them, you can always ask them in the StarkHack chat channel as well. Don't be afraid to ask partners questions. Don't be afraid to ask mentors questions. If you're not getting any responses from anybody, let us know as soon as possible so we can follow up with them and make sure that that people are checking up on the messages that you're tagging them in. Um, and yeah, that's basically all I wanted to cover though. Like I said, there's a ton of great resources that we have on our YouTube channel, on our Twitter finalists highlights, on the showcase page, which is here. Um, and yeah, take advantage of the workshops. Like there's the schedule. I don't think all the workshops are up up here yet. There's still about maybe 8 or so more, I think, that we'll be adding. But then the summit during the opening ceremony, the kickoff on Thursday, right afterwards, there'll be the summit. So I think it's definitely worth giving these a watch and listen. And then if you do miss it, everything will be uploaded to the YouTube channel as well, on the StarkHack playlist. So like I said, if you can't make it because of time zones or something, don't worry about it. Everything will be here on the playlist. And this includes, yeah, the kickoff summit, and then yeah, even closing ceremony if you're not able to make that. But I definitely recommend, yeah, if you again give a listen to attend the kickoff and the summit, because Kartik does cover a lot of useful, helpful information in that as well. And if you can't make it live, you can always rewatch it, or you can also always watch our previous kickoff summit, because a lot of it, or previous kickoff, because a lot of almost all the information is the same as well. At least in terms of like, rules, expectations, where to find things and stuff. But yeah. So yeah, any other questions? If not, stop sharing. I want to, thank you all for attending. Good luck with StarkHack. And like I said, don't be afraid to reach out to the global team or the partners or anybody if you're not getting the help and attention that you deserve. And yeah, if this is your first hackathon in general ever, like definitely don't feel intimidated by anybody else that's here. Everybody's here to learn, to grow, and have fun. So just keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself, and don't be afraid to fail and get up and keep trying. But awesome. Cheers. Well, thanks everybody. Looking forward to seeing what you all submit in the next couple of weeks. Cheers. Have a good one. Happy